Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about a topic that I think is pretty controversial. Today we're going to be discussing all the events that have been happening this week, last week, basically the whole month. Well, now it's the start of the month, obviously, but you get my point. So, the United States has been having its little midlife crisis due to some cops killing a man deemed innocent very inhumanely. The video is surfacing all over the internet and it's just plain disgusting. The main cop that killed him has been arrested. That I highly agree with. I think the other cops that were involved with this should be arrested too. And I'm pretty sure that's how a lot of you guys feel. Now, going into the topic of cops, this is going to probably piss off a lot of people, but who cares? Not all cops are evil. Just putting it out there. Not all cops are evil. I can clarify that. Because I have my friend's dad. His dad is a cop. Nicest man I've ever met. My uncle, he's a retired cop. Also the nicest man I've known. I have a friend who's a cop. Pretty chill dude. But you get the point. Not all cops are evil, despite what the media tells you and all that. So you can basically see that everybody's angry at police because of the action of one. That makes no sense at all. Like, why should you be mad at a particular group for the action of one? That makes no sense. That kind of defeats the whole purpose of your anger. That makes absolutely no sense, my dudes. The protests, I can see a little bit. For some of the protests, yeah. A little bit of the violence that's been sparking out at the protests, it's a little bit of the cops' fault. That I'll admit. But it's also a little bit of the protesters' fault. Because there are certain guidelines that they have to follow when protesting. Like, if you're gonna protest, do not obstruct traffic. Not only are you asking to get yourselves run over, you are breaking the law. Nobody, especially the police, is above the law. Keep that in mind. Another thing is, people are going around saying that black people are the targets in these kind of situations. That's where I'm gonna have to disagree with you guys. You can hate on me all you want, but I really don't care. Black people are not the only ones that are suffering in this situation. People of other groups are suffering from this. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Christian, Catholic, gay, whatever. Everybody's suffering from this. Because it's breaking down our communities. It's basically just grinding our communities down to bitter dust. And that's what all this hate and anger is doing to every group, not just black people. You guys got to keep that in mind. Another thing that I want to try and mention is basically the mere fact that some, not all, but some black people are playing the victim card. Like, come on, dude. Do not play the victim card, dog. That's not the way to do it. Playing the victim card only shows how low your intelligence is. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying anyone is stupid. I'm just saying what they're doing is stupid. keep that in mind. But like, do not play the victim card. Like, if you want people to understand, you need to address the situation from an intelligent point of view. Like, you cannot address it being all like, oh, he did this to me, so he hates everyone of my group. No, you can't do that. In my mind, the way to address it is to present it as a problem to all groups. Not just yours, all groups. Why? Because then people will see a reason to make change. They would have to make that change. Otherwise, people of other groups are going to start panning them for basically neglecting all groups. And when I say all groups, I don't mean it in a racial way, okay? And the only reason I'm going to use the word race is to address the human race as a whole species. Not the black race or the white race. Nah, I don't play it like that. I address everybody, no matter what their skin color is, by the human race. That's something we all need to do right now. Instead, people of the black groups are saying, oh, it's the white people's fault. They're racist. Not all white people are racist. Not all black people are bad people. Not all of them want to hold a gun to somebody for money or stuff like that. No. See, what you guys have to do is clear the stereotypes from your head. Stereotyping, should I say, plays a big role in this whole situation that we're facing in this nation. Like, we cannot think of one group of people as them thinking one way and one way only. Like, no. We can't think of people like that. So, another thing I want to address, the rioting. I've already had people tell me that I'm not a black person, or should I say, I'm not a real black person for not agreeing with the rioting. So what? If I'm not black, fine. I can be my other half, which is Hispanic. I really don't care. What I do care about is wanting the rioting to stop. You guys are not doing yourself a good service. All you other people who claim to be protesters but in reality are just people that want to destroy stuff for the fun of it, you guys need to stop. You're not helping anybody. You're only hurting the black community, you're hurting the white community. You're basically hurting people of other communities. So, just stop. Like, grow up. Just wake up and realize that you are ruining people's lives. Sure, people from big businesses, or the big businesses, stuff like that, they can recover. Of course they can recover. They're big businesses. But the small businesses owned by probably like one or two people, that is where it really, really needs to stop. You're ruining their lives. You are putting them out of business, probably for good, because you guys want to act stupid. That's not what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be encouraging people to make change. We're not supposed to be encouraging people to go into somebody's home, beat someone halfway to death, and set their house on fire. That's not what we're supposed to do. I think what I'm trying to say is we need to wake up as a society. We need to garner everybody's trust and get everybody to work together to stop racism. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Racism's probably not going to die off anytime soon. Like, I'm not saying it to, like, rise hate and stuff like that. I'm just being honest. It's probably not going to end. And it's probably going to be around even when our great-great-great-grandchildren are adults, out of college, stuff like that. Racism has been around since the first humans were walking on Earth. Like, it's nothing new, and it's certainly nothing nice. And one of the big problems that we have with racism is the fact that most kids, when they're young, they learn it and they accept it at a young age. Why? Because their parents don't teach them right. I'm just being plain and honest with you guys. That's probably the main reason why racism is really still a thing. Because there are those parents that will not teach their kids wrong from right, what to say, what not to say, what to do, and what not to do. You get my point? Now, I don't want to stay here talking forever, but I want to try and make 2 more points before I get off of this thing and get on with my life. Another thing people are expecting out of me is to go on Instagram and post a black picture, hashtag Blackout Tuesday. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Like, no disrespect at all, but I'm not going to do it. 1, because I don't want any attention from likes and stuff like that. 2, what is it really going to do? Like, what is that really going to do? What people should be doing is donating stuff to help people, basically to help people who basically lost their jobs, to at least help them replenish what's lost of their job. Do keep in mind that by donating, you're making a difference. Posting something online and just leaving it at that, not really doing anything. Like, I'll admit, this video probably isn't gonna do anything other than just make people really mad at me or wanna unfollow me, but I really don't care. I really don't care. One more thing. For all you people who are going after the president, don't you have something better to do with your lives other than pretend that you're a hacker? Like, dude, how about instead of trying to quote-unquote expose the president, how much you guys just try to help out with the donations or help with the peaceful protests? Like, good lord, dude. And that goes for the news media outlets too. Like, they have nothing better to do than to just take a dump on the president. Like, I know some of you don't like him. I know some people do like him. Do I like him? That's for me to know and for you guys to not know. I'm just going to leave it at that. But in my eyes, I know most of you are going to really, really dislike me for this. But in my eyes, I think he's doing the best to try and handle the situation, whether you guys think he is or not. Alright? Another thing. For all of you telling the people who put hashtag All Lives Matter, those of you who keep telling those people to F off, get fucked. You do not have the right to tell anyone what they should post and what they should not post. If they want to post something that says all lives matter, let them. Because in a situation like this, all lives do matter. I don't care if this is something that is focused around black people. That doesn't matter. All lives matter. Whether it's black, white, Hispanic, Jewish, whatever. All lives matter. And don't try to say that I don't know the full situation. I watch television. I do my research. You people are silly. Telling people not to say all lives matter and only black lives matter. You guys need to stop being childish. Like, damn. Why do you guys have to just take an absolute dump on other people who are trying to make a difference? Like, that makes no sense at all. Let them try to make a difference. That's all I gotta say. If any of you do want to make donations, I'll leave the link of that in the description if you are watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this on Instagram, I don't know. But all of you guys take care. Hashtag all lives matter. Peace out. This Fox is out.